You are listening to another episode of Streamer Struggles with Gleedy. And today our special guest is Jazzy Jess. Woo!
Hi, Jess.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good. How are you doing?
Yeah, I love it. And give me the jazz hands. Fantastic.
Yeah, that's part of the show, the Jazzy Jess.
Jazzy Jess. Jazz hands.
That's it, the jazz hands. Yeah.
I love
It's
it.
the first time you've ever seen it.
Yeah, I've not seen the jazzy hands. I always catch you like,
I don't actually do it.
oh, okay. See, now it
Maybe
needs
I
to be
should
a
know.
thing. I demand jazz
I
hands.
agree.
Every
Yeah,
stream
I
now, I'm
agree.
going to be like, jazz hands. I demand
Jazz
them.
hands. Maybe I'll make them like a channel point. Just use some jazz
Yes!
hands.
Do it.
That sounds great. Okay,
I would-
I'll have to think about that now. Yeah.
I would
I'll
save
remember.
up just to spam it. Like, I'll be
For the
committed
jazz
to it.
hands?
For the jazz hands. I will
We'll get
save
some
up.
like Chicago music too.
Yes! I love it.
Yeah.
Let's
I'm
do
into
it.
this.
I'm into it
this.
too. I'm into
Yep,
it too.
All right. Sold.
Right, so Jess, what got you into streaming?
I'm actually relatively new to Twitch. I actually didn't get onto Twitch until it was probably around October of last year, actually. So it's been almost a year. I'm sort of a new gamer, which, I hate saying that because I feel like people judge me, but whatever. I have only really gotten to PC gaming within the last year and a half or so. And the one game that I got super, super into was Dead by Daylight. This was like the first ever game that I was like obsessed with and wanted to play every single day. So I went onto Twitch actually to find other streamers that played a lot of Dead by Daylight so I could learn more from them. And the streamer that I like really latched onto was Fun Goose because he's an educational Dead by Daylight streamer. And he was so good. I learned a crap ton from him because I just wanted to be better at the game because I really enjoyed it. And then I started to, when I was playing Dead by Daylight a ton, I started to run into like other streamers because they would put like TTV in their name when I played with them. And so I would always go into their streams and just say hi, like GG's, whatever. I didn't usually stay a lot of the time just because I wasn't like captivated at all by their streams. But then there was this one streamer who I absolutely fell in love with. He was a really, really small streamer. But he was so engaging and I just stuck around. And he was like the first ever small streamer that I ever followed. And he was actually the one who, him and a few others actually inspired me to start doing streaming as well. Just because I've always been a performer. I really used to enjoy performing a lot, especially when I was in high school. And I kind of needed that thing again. And not that Twitch streaming is performing, but it is a little bit. I'm genuinely myself, but I'm at like, maybe 150, 200% when I'm streaming. And there's like that rush that you get when you're like that. So I really started streaming because I made so many friends on Twitch and I saw the community that people created while streaming. And I really, really wanted that for myself. I will also say that like Twitch fixed a lot of my loneliness. There were a lot of nights where I felt really alone. And when I was feeling alone, like I felt like I could go onto Twitch and be in a community of people and be in someone's chat and feel like I was with so many people at once. And it like that loneliness went away. And so I just wanted to constantly feel that way and gather like a community of people that really just cared and like loved each other and was there for them. So that's the long story short, that's why I started doing it. It's a whole like long-winded thing, but that's why.
It's fantastic. I love it. I totally identify with what you're saying as well about needing that creative outlet that you get from Twitch, and it is a performance to an extent. Like
It is.
you are yourself, but it is amped up to 11. And
yeah, exactly.
And there is that aspect of performing and stuff that I miss, and that I get from Twitch that I didn't get before. So I totally understand what you're saying there. Also, the loneliness thing, building a community, and I've been in your streams, and your community is so fantastic and supportive.
They're so great. I love them. I love them so much. Yeah.
So what you've managed to build in, when you think about it, a relatively short space of time is actually incredible.
Yeah, I started streaming end of March, so right when COVID happened. I was going to wait until I graduated college, which I graduated this year in May 2020. And I was going to wait, but then because of COVID, I was working from home, doing school from home, so I had all this extra time. And being alone all the time, like I had my boyfriend, but who's still going to work and stuff like that. Like I just felt like that was the greatest opportunity. But yeah, I started in March, end of March.
Fantastic. Cool. I guess you kind of answered the other question, which is how did you discover Twitch as a platform? So you were saying that you needed people to play with for Dead by Daylight and you wanted to learn. So you kind of came to Twitch that way.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
And
and I just I think watching the bigger streamers like helped me learn a lot, but I think the smaller streamers is what helped me stay. Because when you're interacting with a smaller streamer, like they give so much more attention to you.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, when you're in those big streams, like the chat scrolling so fast, like, and I don't even know how they managed to keep up with that.
I couldn't even imagine.
So we kind of did influencers as well, but you just want to go over again, like some of the influencers and streamers that have meant a lot to you. Who do you kind of take from?
Yeah, it's funny because I really didn't watch a ton of big streamers. Really, the only one I watched was Fungoose, and he really inspired me. I wanted to do like the educational streamer type thing. I thought that was a really cool idea. Sorry, I gotta plug in my headset real quick too while we do this. He was a great inspiration for me in the way that he interacted with chat, even though he had like maybe a couple hundred people in his chat. Like he still like answered people's questions. Like he was constantly there to like support his community. But the people who honestly really, really inspire me even now are smaller streamers. So one of my now closest friends, Spicy Cheeks _, she is a huge inspiration for me. She's also a Dead by Daylight streamer. And she was just so, like, when I was in her stream, she was always so kind and caring to other people. She was super bubbly, super fun and funny. And so she was really a big inspiration to me. And then there was this other streamer, his name is Babbling Goat, and his stream was all centered around like mental health and using his chat as a way to just talk about whatever you needed to. If you were having a hard day, if you were struggling with depression or anxiety or whatever, like, he's not a therapist, but he was always there to like love and support. And he created such an incredible community around that. And that really, really inspired me because I have always been someone who, I struggle with my own depression and anxiety, but I've always been someone who believes in talking about it. Because I think if you don't talk about it, then people feel like they're alone with what they're going through. And I really wanted to create a community of people that felt like they weren't alone and that they could come and like, feel safe to talk about what they needed to.
Yeah.
So those are really the big inspiration for me.
And it comes across in your streams, definitely, that awareness around mental health and support there is incredible. But also the kind of funny, humor, happy-go-lucky stream, which is very entertaining. Yeah. So I think you've definitely taken on board your influences.
Good. I'm glad that come across. It's still a work in progress. There was a time where I was really nervous about talking about certain topics, especially the heavy stuff, because you never want to say the wrong thing. But like, I never want people to feel like they're being suppressed or that they can't talk about what they need to. So, even if I don't have the right answers, even if I don't know the right thing to say, just saying, I'm sorry and I'm here for you, it just goes a long way.
Yeah, 100%. That hand in the dark definitely will just it could just be what that person needs to hear.
Yeah. And a lot of these people, Twitch is their family, is their community, and they need those people to talk to, So I'm happy to provide that.
Fantastic. What has been really challenging for you so far in the streaming on Twitch, streaming world? What's been really challenging?
Oh, that's a really good question. I think, the thing that makes me want to stream is also the thing that makes me not want to stream sometimes. And that is my mental health. Like, being 120%, 150%, 200% on stream all the time can be incredibly difficult, very, very draining. I have a lot of empathy as well. And so being, if everyone's having a rough day and they, they're talking about their problems, like I love being there for them. That is what makes me, I think, like the person that I want to be, but it also is incredibly draining for me because I have a tendency to take on their problems and feel like their problems are mine, which can be really, really, really draining. So I think that is the hardest part for me is, knowing when to stream, when it's good for my health, and knowing when to take a break, for a week or so, just to kind of recharge. I recently did my charity stream, and it was a 12-hour stream of just constant 200%. And I majorly crashed afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was bad for a few days of just like exhaustion and depression. And like, I have to know, the thing that I struggle with is knowing when to take care of myself and when to pull back.
Yeah.
And when to not stream too, especially when I'm feeling like that, because I can't put out 200% if I'm feeling, 50%.
Yeah, 100%. I understand that. And it's important that you recognize the times when you need to take a break. I think that's really good for your mental health, not only, but also would prevent like burnout and stuff like that further on down the line. Because some people that just don't know or when to recognize that in themselves when they need to take a break. So it's great that you realize that and that you do take that time that you need.
Yeah. Yeah.
Your charity stream was incredible, by the way. Do you want to talk a little bit about your charity stream? Was just ridiculous. Go for it.
Yeah, that was such a great day. So I did my charity stream on the 29th of, of August. It was a Saturday, 12-hour stream. We did all horror games. So we started with Outlast and then moved on to Emily Wants to Play. Such a hard thing to do for 12 hours playing horror games, by the way. But it was a charity stream where I basically raised money for this organization called Stream for a Cause. And they've gathered a bunch of streamers to basically raise money for their organization. And what's really, really great about this organization is they look for smaller nonprofits and charities that really need this money the most. So they're typically organizations that can't really pay for their own advertising because they don't have as much funds. So they're typically like local, and they're really, really great about finding organizations that are like mean a lot to me, So the first two that we did was, the first one was an animal shelter. And it was like, I think it was a local shelter in Michigan, and they focused on getting animals off the streets, especially during Midwest winters, which if you live in the US, like the Midwest winters are awful. And that all that money went to pay for not only the food for the animals that they had in their shelter, but also for the families that couldn't afford their own food, especially during the pandemic. And so it was just a incredible feeling to know that that money was going towards something so great. And the second charity, they make backpacks for homeless veterans and COVID masks as well. So it's so great because they spend so much of their time and resources looking for all of these different organizations that need it, and they're not just looking in the US, they're looking all over the world, in Australia and the UK and different countries. So, but they're really giving it to people that they really feel need it the most. And I was just incredibly honored. So we raised, in that 12-hour stream, we raised over $1,000. I think it was about $1,000 and $1,060.
Absolutely incredible.
Yeah,
fantastic.
And I'm still so shocked. My highest goal was like a very, very stretch goal of $500. Like I didn't know that and honestly, I have to thank my entire community for it. Like they are so incredibly supportive and wonderful, and I am just so lucky to have them.
Yeah, no, it was fantastic. I think was it Bean Boozle? It was genius. Absolute genius.
So
I was just like, man, I need to donate some more money so she could eat more of those.
It was so gross.
It was so much fun.
Oh God, I think I at one point I was like, I can't do it anymore. I'm gonna throw up. Like I can't do. They were so gross, and I never had a good one.
Oh, well,
I like all like dog food and dead fish and spoiled milk and boogers, which does not taste like what you remember from your childhood, let me tell you.
Oh God. Was it one like dishwater or something? Like, oh wow.
Dirty dishwater. I don't think I got that one, but like that would have been probably preferable to some of the others.
Wow.
Yeah, it was gross.
You also had like an eye thing that started off with like just one eye, and by the end your face was covered in eyes. It was fantastic.
Yeah, I think by the end I had like 2 packs of like 50 eyeballs, so 100 in total, and I think I used up one entire pack by the end of it.
so good.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Yeah, so I was covered in my eyeballs. I should have taken a picture, but I didn't because I was exhausted and didn't think about it, so I just took them off. But I have like a screenshot.
Yeah, it's on Twitch now. I'll find it.
Yeah, it's there. It's there. My friend went and she like took a screenshot before I took them all off. So.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah.
Excellent. So, do you think you'll do more charity streams in the future, or?
Yeah, so actually, being a part of Stream for a Cause, they enlist their streamers to do around 4 charity streams a year.
Wow.
So so we're doing our next one in October. Stream for a Cause is holding this event for 48 hours at the end of October, so the 30th and 31st for Halloween. And they're just going to be doing like back to back streamers that will just raid one into the other. And they have a goal of $2,000 by the end of Halloween.
Oh, fantastic.
So yeah, I'm really excited. And then I probably won't do another one until next year because I love doing charity streams. Like, it was so incredible, but it's a lot of planning and a lot of there's a lot of stress involved too. You know, like I wanted to make sure that I was providing my community with things that they would want to see. So yeah. Yeah,
no, it's a big ask. Like the way charity streams have been described to me is that they're sort of like hero content, so they're like top tier content. And really, that you're looking at that kind of content is something you really only produce maybe once or twice a year, because it does take that much effort.
It does take a lot
to create, and a lot out of you as a person as well. So I totally understand. October taking a break.
It was exhausting. Yeah, it was so great. You know, I'm surprised I didn't crash either. But I think you just also, if you're doing a charity stream, especially something that long, just take care of yourself. You know, I gave up on the Bean Boozled because I just couldn't do it anymore. Like I knew it was going to make me sick, and I had to make that judgment call for my health. And so you just have to take care of yourself during stuff like this too.
Yep.
Like, you don't want to be burnt out by the first few hours.
Yes. As entertaining as it was.
I know, it was so fun though. I'm still so freaking honored by the people who came and like supported, and everyone that rated me during, and like I'm still so like I was speechless for days. I was like I literally don't know how to feel. Like, I'm just so grateful.
Fantastic. So, do you have any like funny stream stories or funny moments that have happened on your stream?
Tons. You know, I probably one of my. Can I share two? Is that okay?
Yeah, go for it.
So there's one. I used to do a lot of Twitch Sings, which rest in peace.
Oh, I know, right?
First. Yeah, I'm so upset about it. So I have these bit alerts, and one of them is like super cheap. I have a fart noise for only 10 bits. And my community loves to play fart noises while I play Twitch Sings. And in particular, I did the song "Let It Go" from Frozen.
Oh yes.
And letting it go. You know. So they just played a ton of fart noises. They're like, just let it go, Jess. Just let it go. You know, just let it out. So that's I have a clip of it, and it's so great. And then I just have so many good clips that I love watching for my streams. But I had a really close friend, and for the longest time, he had, when I was playing Dead by Daylight still, he had this Steam name, and I'm so freaking oblivious, but his Steam name was Dixie Normus. And I'm just like sitting here being like, who the fuck is Dixie Normus? Like, who is that? I don't know who that is. And I'm just like,
Oh.
And I didn't know. So I'm just sitting here. And of course they clip it. So it's just out in the world forever and ever. I was so disappointed in myself when I realized afterwards. So yeah, my community likes to do a lot of that, but like in good fun, you know.
Yeah.
So those are probably one of my favorite stories.
Yeah, that sounds super funny, actually.
I'm just a dumbass.
I just like it. Dixon Orvis.
Who is this?
Who's Dixon Orvis?
Dixie Norbis? Who is this? Yeah. Yeah, for days, because he had it for like 2 days. And I just had like no idea. No one told me. No one told me.
They were all just like, shh, don't tell her.
Just keep it a secret.
Just keep it a secret. Don't do it.
Yeah. I'm really disappointed in myself.
So just what are kind of your goals for the future? Where do you see yourself in the future? In the future.
You know, it's tough, you know, like obviously partner would be great, but that's not really, you know, that's a very, very, very far off goal for me. And I honestly, like, whether I become partnered or not, it doesn't really matter to me. Like, I'm not doing this for, you know, the numbers or like the subs or the money, really. Like, I'm not doing it for that. Really, like, what I would love is just having a community of people that honestly, genuinely just love and take care of each other, which I think that, like, I have that now, you know? So really it's just growing that community, and just having people who are truly there to just watch me and like not when I play, you know, because I recently made the shift to variety streamer. And you know, it's always, there's always a big fear, you know, that people won't follow you like when you switch from their main game. And honestly, like I have so many people who have followed me no matter what I do, and I'm just incredibly honored. And I would love to have just like a community of people that are really there to take care of each other, and they don't necessarily care about the games that I'm playing, although of course that's, you know, that's important because we're on Twitch and, you know, it's a gaming platform. But really, you know, if I just sit there chatting for 2 hours and we just talk about like pirates or mental health or whatever that may be, like, that's the dream, you know, that's the goal. I think I've really already kind of met that, but I would love to keep growing that and expanding that. I would also really love to start like doing like a podcast as well, like doing like on stream sessions talking about like monsters and mythology, because I'm really obsessed with that stuff.
Oh, that sounds like fun. Do it. Jess, do it.
I think I want to. I just have to like have the time to do the research and stuff. I don't know if I'll ever do this like full time. I love streaming, but committing, you know, 30-40 hours a week to it would be really exhausting, I think, for myself. I also have, you know, my own full-time job that I do, my day job. So, and I really love my day job, actually. So I love doing both. So I don't know if I'll ever do it full time, but, you know, continuing my same schedule and just continuing to build my community would be the dream.
Yeah, it sounds like you've got realistic, fine goals there. I think I think you're on it. I think you've got the right idea as well. Because I mean, if you ask any of the big streamers, like none of them went into it with I'm gonna do this to make loads of money and you know have a mansion and all this other stuff. No, they started on Twitch mainly because they liked playing games and they liked you know having a genuine connection with people and having fun. So I mean, I feel like you've got the right goals there. And if you need any help with setting up a podcast or what I went through, I can definitely be a resource for that. No problem whatsoever. Yeah, do it.
I have nothing, you know, I have no idea what I want to do, but like podcasts, you know, I'm obsessed with monsters, like reading, you know, I've picked up a lot about mythology and stuff like that. So I would love to share that with people because I think that's super interesting for me. So.
Oh, so what would you say your spirit animal was if you were to define yourself? What's your spirit animal, Jess?
I think I would be either a cat or an owl. Mostly because sleeping during the day, I swear, I like either have insomnia or I'm just a night owl, but I swear like I sleep so much better during the day and I love sleeping. Like I think yesterday I slept like 11 hours, no joke. Wow. I just love sleeping so much. Plus, like, cats don't give a shit, you know? They just do their own fucking thing.
Yeah, it's on their terms. Well, that's what I do love about cats. It is sort of on their own terms.
They are, yeah. They're, you know, and I have my own cat, and he's like really loving, and he loves the attention, but he just does what he wants. Like, he rules the freaking world. So I would love that. Owls too, you know, owls are really cool because I mean, they look cool. The fact that they can twist their head all the way around is so cool to me. I cannot explain to you how creepy I think that is. You know, they sleep during the day and then they're just chilling at night.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be the best life.
Yeah, definitely.
So
what would you, if you were going to class yourself as a cereal brand, your personality, what cereal would you be?
You know, I think I'd have to be like Fruit Loops. I don't know. Do you guys have Fruit Loops?
We do.
Loops,
well,
right?
I know Fruit Loops. We do have them. They're not very popular over here, but we do have them. They exist.
I think I would be Fruit Loops for sure. Like, very, you know, I kind of imagine they're like the fun cereal, but you know, they're still like the comfort food, you know, and I'd like to think I'm pretty high energy and like fun, but also like the cool mom, the comforting, you know. I don't know. I used to love Fruit Loops growing up too, so I'm kind of biased.
Yeah, Fruit Loops are very colourful as well. I think you've got a colourful personality. So
yeah, I like to think so. So
yeah,
you know, hopefully that's not a bad thing.
No, Fruit Loops are great. I love it.
Yeah, I love Fruit Loops.
Yeah, we have them over here, but you got to buy them special, the same as Lucky Charms, because the sugar content's too high. So...
Welcome to the US.
They like crack down really hard on a high level sugar products.
I mean, it's probably for the best, to be honest. Probably for the best. Yeah, one thing about the US is that we just have processed food and lots of sugar. So, you know, I do love my sugar.
Okay, do you want to shout out your channel, YouTube, Twitter, all the things and stuff?
Sure. So twitch.com/Jazzy_Jess, of course. My Twitter is Jazzy_Jess1 because I couldn't take my actual name. And then my Instagram is Jazzy_Jess2 because again I couldn't get the 1 and I couldn't get the no number either. So you could probably just find me with Jazzy_Jess though, to be honest. You'd probably find me okay.
Yeah, I had the same problem with Galini. Some like they don't even touch the account. The account was made like years ago.
Just like, please, can I have it? Like,
I've had no responses. I've messaged them several times. I'm doing a course at the moment, Jess, stream coach course, and one of the leaders on there, who's Zine, he's a partnered streamer on Twitch. He was just like, "What are you doing? What are you doing with your life?" It's like you're Gleany 3. There's 3 of you before you. You're not the top one. I was like, I'll fix it, bud. I'll fix it. And then it was taken, so I was just like, well, I just put an S on the end instead, so it's Gleanies.
But
yeah,
Gleanies with a Y and an S though.
Yeah, Y then an S. Gleanies. Not IES. Yeah, I know.
I was gonna. Oh, that hurts me.
Oh, I know. I'm sure it'll trigger everyone. But it's like it's better than 3.
That's true. That's true. Plus your island Gleany 1 and Gleany 2.
Yeah.
Animal Crossing.
Yeah. Sister, you gotta get that brand across, man.
Yeah. I think I named my island Jessopolis.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
I couldn't think of anything else. So
no, Jessopolis is brilliant, man.
I think so. Yeah.
Nice, Jessopolis. It's very clever. No, I messed up my name. I messed up my name and it's became a meme in my channel because I didn't realize he was asking me to name the island. I just thought he was just asking me my name because I never read I'm dyslexic. I never read the things. I was just like, oh, he just wants me to put my name in again.
Skip through again. Yeah.
And then everyone just thinks
my name in, but let me put it in again.
Yeah. Everyone just thinks that I was like, oh yeah, she's so like into herself that she named her island after herself.
I love it. Well, now you had to stick with it with your second switch. So
yeah, I've already done it. It's Gleany 2, and I left the space as well because I know that it triggers someone in my chat.
Oh no! Wait, you do or you don't have the space?
I have the space, so it's got Gleany 2 and then a space. Okay. You gotta do it
before
after
the 2. Oh, why would you do that?
I know. Well, it's the same with Gleany. There's a space after, and then when anyone talks, there's like a space between that and the full stop.
Oh my god. You're so mean.
I know. Oh, and
That's
it's so
great.
intentional as well. But it's okay. Like in my channel, I've got like punishments that they could do redeems, like exercise, like planks and stuff, and sour candy.
Dude,
So
that's such a great idea. I cannot tell you how much of a great idea that is, that you do like planks and stuff. I should really like start working out on stream or something.
yeah, well, it's just helping me like control the whole quarantine weight.
Oh god, I need to. I cannot tell you. I probably gained so much weight since quarantine.
Yeah, same.
I just don't. I don't leave my house. I just don't.
Yeah, I got some running shoes for my birthday, so I'm gonna start running again. I think that'll help me out, maybe.
Did someone give you the running shoes? They're like, okay, you need to like, or
Yeah.
did you give yourself running shoes?
That was my
'Cause they're
dad.
very different.
And my dad got me
okay.
the running shoes. I don't think he meant anything.
Your dad's trying to tell you
No,
something.
no. Well, he looked at my running shoes that I had before. So every year he tends to buy me trainers. And I had the ones from last year on, and they had like loads of holes in them and stuff. And he's like, "You are not walking around in trainers like that." So I think it's more of a pride thing than you need to work out thing.
Time to work out, Gleany.
But now I see it at a whole different level, and I'm like, wait, is he saying that I need to exercise?
Yeah, like maybe that's a subtle way of saying that. Yeah, you just don't know.
I don't know.
Happy birthday, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, thank you so much for the tip on my birthday. That was you didn't have to do that.
That was
super nice.
Happy
Super nice.
birthday.
Right, Jess, this has been awesome. Thank you so much for coming on Streamer Struggles. I absolutely had a fantastic time chatting with you. I'd like to do a follow-up with you at some point.
Absolutely.
That would be so cool. Maybe after your October charity stream or a little bit later down the line. Yeah, it's been fantastic talking to you. And again, what I said before about the podcast, if you need any help with it, let me know.
I will. I'll definitely reach out to you. I probably need lots of help. So.
All right. Cool. Awesome. Right. Well, I will catch you later. Thank you so much.